Hey guys, so it has been a while since I've made a video, but I'm super excited to be back. It's just been very busy. I got my MBA. I left the job that I had while I was making the videos. I did that marathon, but one of the reasons why I was making videos is because the world was locked down at the time and now it's not. And that being said, I have a cruise coming up that I am so excited about. It's the Chefs Making Waves cruise through Six Man. And so we're going to be going from Boston to Portland, Maine, to New Brunswick, St. John, Canada, and then back again. But what makes this super special is there are going to be like world-renowned chefs sharing their dishes, doing demos, and having all sorts of fun. So it's going to be a great time. I've never been to any of these ports, which is going to be awesome, especially in New England in the fall. So I'm hoping it's going to be stunning. So let's talk about packing today. We can talk about the cruise later. For anyone who knows me, I pride myself on bringing a carry-on only, but I'm going to treat myself this time to a checked bag, mostly because I plan on buying syrup. A couple of things before we get started. One, the weather is going to be like low 40s to a high of 63. So unpredictable, especially when you think about being on the water. It's going to be much colder. There is a possible rainy day, so you have to think about that changing weather. So that's going to mean a lot of layers, a lot of outfits that mix and match with one another. The other thing is there are a few themed days. And so two themes are fall/Halloween. So you can dress up if you want, or you could just wear flannels and that sort of thing. And game day, so football, sports, etc. So that is kind of what we have to work with. Well, let's start with day outfits. I'm going to be bringing two jeans, my skinny pair, true millennial, and something like a wide leg or something a little bit different. And then I am going to bring a lot of different tops that you can just easily mix match and wear with each other. And then I'm bringing a jacket. This one's Loft. Absolutely love them. They're pretty versatile. They're pretty, they've got good pockets. It's pretty thick. So I have this for basically every outfit, every single outfit. Because it's going to be cold, is I'm going to be bringing a scarf so I can always add, take away, etc. and put it in my purse. So when we're walking around the ship. So that's daytime outfits, pretty much on the ship. When we are in port, I am going to be bringing a lot of sweaters, funky sweaters, thin sweaters, same thing. Each one will be able to go with a vest that I have, a jacket, the same suede jacket that I have. So thinking very much versatile. It does look like it could potentially rain and be the coldest in Canada. So the heaviest jacket that I have is this Free Country. It is currently out in Marshall's and it is very warm. It's got the fleece lining, but it's also got the exterior that's water resistant with a hood. I will also have a, it's 32 degrees heat vest. I got this at Costco. I love this so much. I've literally bought it in multiple colors, but it's so easily compactable, but it's also just so good for getting heat. So I'm going to be bringing this shade again to try and match with as many sweaters and layer on as needed. For nighttime, well, Norwegian is known for being more casual, but we're going to probably wear some nice dresses. So I have a dress for every night, even though it might be a little cold. Again, that suede jacket is supposed to go over every single one. And then I have one pair of heels that are super, super comfortable and will also match with every single one. The first one is going to be this dress from Marshall's. It's a good nostalgic, like 90s throwback vibe. We got the asymmetrical line going on and it's just a nice fall floral print. I have a current season Target maxi dress. I just love, again, the 90s nostalgic top. We're going to see a theme here, by the way. And then finally, after the label, it's a leopard moment with, again, a little bit of a nod to the 90s up top. I absolutely love the detailing. So those are going to be my dresses. For the evenings, as I mentioned, I'm going to be wearing heels that are super, super comfortable. I love these little chunky heels. And this is a little bit of bling to just be a little fun. And hopefully it goes with every single dress as close as possible. There are 2 themed days. The first is going to be fall slash Halloween. So I have this cute little Maurice's top that I could wear. I do have a Halloween costume. My dog and I are going to be showgirls this year, a la Taylor Swift. So I'm probably going to be dressing up. Again, we'll see how the vibe is. But that particular dress is from Lulu's. And then the other day is a sports day. I know a lot of people will probably be wearing jerseys and that sort of thing. I just kind of want to be cozy. So I have this tailgate season sweater. This is from Uncharted. So that is going to be super cozy. And then I'll just bring an extra shirt for my mom. This one is just from Target. There's some things that if you're a first time cruiser, this is applicable for pretty much any cruise that, you know, are my must-haves. Mentioned it earlier, but it's worth saying again. I absolutely need a light jacket. It's nice to have something that you could just layer on regardless of what type of cruise. I always bring a water bottle. Just be careful. Ship etiquette is that you don't use those water stations to fill up directly. You're supposed to use a cup and then put it into your water bottle. You can also bring like liquid IV or anything like that, especially if you plan on that unlimited drink package. So stay hydrated. Speaking of hydrated, I always bring a like liquid leave-in spray conditioner. As I mentioned, I normally only bring a carry-on, so I have to be very, very particular about what liquids I bring. And so a conditioning spray is always the must-have. If I have to cut out shampoo or whatnot, at least I can have something that gives my hair that extra moisture. For this trip, I'll obviously bringing shampoo, conditioner, etc. Speaking of moisture, lip gloss. It's going to be super windy and cold, so just bring that lip gloss just to keep your lips moisturized. Don't forget to bring like Dramamine or some sort of seasickness patch. You never know when you're going to hit rough seas, and it's just nice to have. Usually you'll start feeling it too, like when you first leave the port. So just something to think about. I also bring stuff like Tylenol, Band-Aids, Tums, that sort of thing. The gift shops on the cruise will often have different types of things, but you just never know. Even if you do have to buy it, it's going to cost more. So I just bring those on any trip, to be honest. And then one thing that is specific to cruising is the magnetic hooks. I personally don't bring them to smaller cruises just because I pack so light. But when I lived on the ship, those were clutch. Like I would hang those bags and that have like multiple storage units, my makeup bag. And you can hang schedules. You will on most cruises get like a paper schedule of like the day's events, where to go. Most are digital, but you'd be surprised. Some do not have that. So I'm very analog. I love that paper and referencing things. So again, something to think about. So that is it. That's the crux of what I'll be packing. If you are going on this trip, I am so looking forward to seeing you soon. If you are not, come back and visit and see how the rest of the trip goes. And there's also tickets for the next year's version on sale, and that one's going to Jamaica. I will see you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Have a good day.